Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 2020 annual meeting. This is officially our 50th annual meeting. However, it is the first being conducted in a virtual setting. My name is Paul Pass, and I am the Executive Director of the JapanAmerica Society of Dallas-Fort Worth. We truly appreciate all our individual, family, and corporate members who help to further our mission year after year. Of course, we send our best wishes for the safety and well-being of everyone joining us, as well as your families and your colleagues in this uncertain time. Although this is not how we had envisioned celebrating our 50th annual meeting, we are glad that we have the use of modern technology to present this event to you. We will also make a recording available on our website for those who cannot join us today. The JapanAmerica Society and I are working on an exciting summer schedule of online events to continue our 50th anniversary celebration in 2020. We certainly look forward to in-person programs again soon, hopefully as early as the fall. I also promise an event later this year with birthday cake, so long as local restrictions will not prohibit the gathering. Speaking of our 50th anniversary, you may enjoy some of our historical photos being used as backdrops for the presentations you see on the screens. If you enjoy these images, you can visit the history section of our website, which is under the About tab on our homepage. If you wish to give in order to support the legacy of the JapanAmerica Society and its promising future, we kindly ask that you consider a donation to help us continue our great work in the community. In a few moments, we will share a link in the chat box for our online giving portal. And in a moment, we will have our agenda slide come up. And as you can see, we are operating on the Zoom platform, which so many people now use for their daily lives. Please note that all attendees are on mute and your cameras are turned off. If you have comments or questions, please share in the chat function at the bottom of your screens. This may be on the side, depending on how you are viewing the event this evening. And soon we will hear from the Consul General of Japan in Houston, Consul General Hideo Fukushima, followed by the JapanAmerica Society of Dallas-Fort Worth President, Chen, to discuss our past year. Then we will have the procedural part of the evening, followed by a special Daruma Ceremony that we have every 2 years to mark the transition from one board presidency to another. You will also hear from Grant Ogata, current American First Vice President and the new president as of June 1st. Now I would like to invite the Honorable Hideo Fukushima, Consul General of Japan in Houston, to give some brief remarks. And Consul General, please, if you can unmute.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Well, good evening. Hello, everyone. This is Consul General of Japan, Hideo Fukushima speaking. And I'm so happy to be with you over video this evening. Unfortunately, the circumstances do not allow us to meet in person, but nonetheless, I'm so happy to be in this annual meeting of JAS DFW on the auspicious occasion of 50th anniversary, golden anniversary. I'm so grateful for the leaders like Paul-san or Jackson-san, Ogata-san, and other great leaders of JAS DFW for putting together this annual meeting in an innovative way. This is a very good, nice occasion for us to get together over video. I'm especially honored to speak on this milestone 50th celebration of anniversary, and I come up with this 50th. Can you see? Congratulations. Really amazes me how much closer Japan and the greater Dallas area have become since JAS DFW was founded in 1970. I saw a historic photograph that looked great. That was really initial days. And over these past 5 decades, members of the group have worked tirelessly to build friendship and understanding between the people of the both regions. So this has extended to every area of people's lives. In culture, for example, JAS DFW has sponsored so many events and performers over the years. Through these efforts, local people have learned about traditional and contemporary Japanese culture, which has enriched their lives. Dance festivals like Mochizuki, which I personally enjoyed so much, pounding mochi, and Otsukimi have become major highlights of the years for so many. In the area of business or US-Japan relations, JAS DFW has created numerous opportunities for people to network and learn from each other. The Japan Update, Symposium, and Sun and Star Legacy Dinner are just some of the events that bring leaders in these areas together. This has laid the foundation for incredibly strong relationship in recent years. And last but not the least, JAS DFW has been vital in the person-to-person relationship, interpersonal relationship. So many friendships have been started and strengthened at JAS DFW sponsored events. And of course, the group has been instrumental for sister city relationship between Dallas and Sendai over 20 plus years. The residents of Sendai were particularly grateful for the large relief funds raised by JAS DFW after 2011 Great East Japan earthquake. And now in 2020, as COVID-19 brings new challenges, I'm sure the two regions will continue to support each other. On that topic, I might briefly update you on the coronavirus situation in Japan. So far, Japan has been fortunate to avoid the high infection and the fatality rates of other parts of the world. As you might know, this Monday this week, a state of emergency was lifted from the last few remaining prefectures of Japan. So Japanese officials are hopeful that the growth of the virus will slow and even turn negative. But they are taking steps to prepare for future outbreaks. This virus will continue to pose challenges as researchers work on life-saving treatments and vaccines. But together, communities around the globe can offer friendship and support to help weather this storm. I know that Japan and the North Texas area will stand by each other and grow closer than ever before. I wish everyone good health and happy times ahead. And I look forward, beyond the current challenges, to 50 more years of friendship and memories between North Texas and Japan. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Consul General. Now I would like to invite Jackson Chen, President of the JapanAmerica Society of Dallas-Fort Worth, to give some remarks on the last fiscal year. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. This evening, we're celebrating another year of bringing people together with a shared vision of cultural, educational, and business exchange between Japanese and Americans in North Texas. I would additionally like to thank all of our corporate members whose names are being shared on the screen. Your continued support enables the society to grow and fulfill our mission. We would like to express special thanks to our Platinum corporate members, which represent our highest membership level. These are 7-Eleven, American Airlines, Access, Haynes & Boone, Ito-En, North America, Jackson Walker, Jones Day, Oryx Corporation USA, Texas Central, and Toyota. On your screens, you will see our gold, silver, bronze, and friend corporate members. Today, we would also like to highlight our new corporate members, which have joined since the beginning of the fiscal year. These are Blue Sky Surveying, CMC Productions USA, Coach A, DLR Group Staffenbach, Kintetsu Enterprises Company of America, Onward USA, Kashiyama Brand, the Richardson Economic Development Partnership, Ryan LLC, and TT Network Integration US. Thank you also to all the individual and family members for joining us this evening. I join the rest of the board and the staff in sharing that we hope to be able to host in-person programs soon, so that we can continue to provide you with quality opportunities to explore the wonders of Japan. Now let's take time to look back at some of the impressive accomplishments of the Society over the last 12 months. Unfortunately, we were not able to host our Sun and Star Legacy Award dinner earlier this month. On the screen is our 2019 award dinner, which established new records in attendance and fundraising. Sadly, our Sun and Star Legacy Award recipient, Irene Hirano, passed away in April this year after a long illness. We send our condolences to her family, her team at the US-Japan Council, and the many people who she positively influenced on both sides of the Pacific. Our first event of the current fiscal year was the popular sake tasting program. About 100 attendees came to this annual event to sample Japanese spirits and cuisine. Our partners with the UTD Asia Center provided the venue, and the Sake Export Association were instrumental in bringing brewers and distributors to North Texas. Last August, we welcomed 6 high school students from Sendai, which is Dallas's international friendship city, for the Young Ambassadors Program. The students participated in activities that introduced the culture and history of Texas, from its Western heritage to new urban developments, and offered opportunities for team building, leadership development, and cultural exchange. Group outings included visits to local high schools and universities, a tour of Toyota Motor North America headquarters, an official welcome at Dallas City Hall, tours of the Fort Worth Stockyards, the 6th Floor Museum, and Globe Life Park, and volunteering at the North Texas Food Bank in Plano. Each ambassador stayed with a local host family and experienced life in America. They also attended an official welcome party at Toyota Stadium to meet Dallas Sendai Program alumni, as well as Society Board of Directors, staff, members, and volunteers. The students shared the culture and history of Sendai through engaging presentations and games, followed by witnessing an exciting FC Dallas victory. We continued our annual Japan-America Friendship Night in partnership with the Texas Rangers Baseball Club. Council General Hideo Fukushima threw out the first pitch, and attendees enjoyed seeing Japanese baseball star Shohei Ohtani. We hope to continue this tradition soon at the Rangers' brand new stadium. In one of our highest attended events of the year, we screened the film Persona NonGrata, which presents the dramatic story of Japanese diplomat Chiyune Sugihara, Over 600 people attended this program at UTD, and Consul General Fukushima joined us in North Texas again to give opening remarks. This event was in partnership with the Ackerman Center for Holocaust Studies at UTD, AJC Dallas, and the Consulate General of Japan in Houston. Our education staff and lively volunteers introduced Japan to over 1,500 people in the community through our popular Japan in a Suitcase program for elementary schools, cultural booths at community festivals, support of Japanese language study, and special presentations. Our 20th annual Otsukimi Moon Viewing Festival took place in September. About 2,000 guests from across North Texas came out to Frisco Square, where the event was hosted for the first time. Among many activities were traditional tea ceremony demonstration, a haiku contest, and a special koto performance. Origami, calligraphy, and vendors selling Japanese treats were also part of the event, which was presented in partnership with the Crow Museum of Asian Art. For this year, we are planning for the Otsukimi Moon Viewing Festival to be presented on a virtual platform, which will allow people around the globe to enjoy the event live. While we are hopeful of a return to in-person programming soon, we're also excited with the opportunity to share our event with a new audience. Fall 2019 included a special October concert at Kawai Piano Gallery, where trumpet virtuoso Kana Madarame graced us with her talents. She was in Texas as part of her Project Kana, with the goal of sharing Japanese culture through unique art forms in multiple languages. The 6th annual Sun and Star Golf Classic in October featured 106 players representing 42 companies, and we reached one of our highest ever Golf Classic fundraising totals. Once again, Toyota was the presenting sponsor, and the Cowboys Golf Club in Grapevine served as the venue. One of the PWC teams won first place, followed by Oryx in second, and the Irving Economic Development Partnership in third. 2019 closed with our always entertaining Bonenkai Forget the Year party, which sold out quickly and featured a feast from Wa Kubota in Plano. The festivities helped us celebrate one of the most successful calendar years in society's history. Our 20th annual Mochizuki New Year's celebration christened the Year of the Rat, with traditional Japanese mochi pounding, music and dance performances, and authentic cultural activities. We were honored with a special guest appearance by Machikoka Mita, who helped create the event along with Dallas Sendai Committee Chair Mark Berry. Fujitsu Network Communications served as the event host for the 16th consecutive year, and crowd favorite Dallas Kiari Daiko was among several longtime returning performers. In January, a special reception served to both commemorate the Society's golden anniversary, as well as to welcome members and board to the JapanAmerica Society's new offices near downtown Plano. This invite-only event included special remarks by past board presidents and a presentation outlining the past, present, and future of the Society. Charter members from 1970 in attendance included Shigeko Takamatsu, Shohei Takamatsu, Milton Thomas, Dr. Masashi Kawasaki, who also served as Honorary Consul General of Japan in Dallas, and his wife Janice. Past board presidents joining the event were Judith Baker, John Bowers, Elaine Browning, Don Casey, Curtis Harris, Sam Shishijo, and John Stick. The annual Japan Currents Symposium took place in mid-February, and this year's theme was the business and diplomacy of baseball and US-Japan relations. The topic was inspired by the future Summer Olympic Games in Japan. Ambassador Ryozo Kato, former ambassador from Japan to the US and former commissioner of Nippon Professional Baseball, gave opening remarks on the importance baseball played in his career as a diplomat. The lunch program also featured Dale Petrosky, president and CEO of the Dallas Regional Chamber and former president of the Baseball Hall of Fame, and Ambassador Thomas Schiefer, former ambassador of the US to Japan and former president of the Texas Rangers Baseball Club. Afternoon session panelists included historian Robert Fitz, Japanese business executive Kazuhiro Gomi, Karen Morris of the Texas Rangers, and Matt Merton, a former professional player in Japan and the US. Dr. Hiroki Takeuchi, a longtime friend of the society, served as the moderator for both panels. In late February, the society partnered with AJC Dallas, the US-Japan Council, and the Japan Foundation Center for Global Partnership for an event on agricultural technology in Japan, the US, and Israel. The most recent in-person program was an enlightening presentation by Nitto Tire's Tomo Mitsutani on marketing strategies and the resulting successes for a Japanese company operating in the US. Two of our latest events, which were both presented through Zoom, included a presentation by Dominic Carter on consumer trends in modern Japan, and a discussion on the effects of COVID-19 on higher education, with experts from SMU, UTD, and the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology. It has been a great year, and I want to thank all the board members, committee chairs, staff, and volunteers for their dedication and hard work. Now it's time to share results of the elections for our board of directors. All nominees and their bios were sent to corporate and individual members last week. I'm pleased to announce that all nominees were confirmed through a simple majority of votes. First, we have our officers, who will serve terms through May 2022. Grant Ogata was already confirmed as the incoming president during our 2018 annual meeting. The president, Grant Ogata, Domitech Products, LLC. Japanese first vice president, Kazunori Nimoto, Hitachi High Technologies, America, Inc. American first vice president and president-elect, Harry C. Whalen, Frisco Economic Development Corporation. Japanese second vice president, Shigetoshi Takashi of MUFG Bank Limited. American second vice president, Sarah Karabias Rush, Dallas Regional Chamber. Secretary, who was reelected for another 2-year term, Naveen Blanda, DFW International Airport. Treasurer, who was elected to another 2-year term, Allison Rosario, PwC. General Counsel, who served previously from 2016 to 2018, Roshan Masasinghani, Unified Patents, Inc. Next, we have our elected directors, who will serve terms through May 2023. Mark Berry of Collins Aerospace, John Bowers of American Airlines, Elaine Browning, Lawrence Hallworth, Richardson Economic Development Partnership, Dustin Johnson, Haynes & Boone, LLP, Keiichi Kageyama, High Speed Railway Technology Consulting Corporation, David Schlotman, Jackson Walker, LLP, Sam Shichijo, the University of Texas at Dallas. A special welcome to Lawrence Hallworth and David Schlotman, who are brand new members, board members. I would also like to welcome back our elected directors whose candidacies were confirmed at past annual meetings. These directors will serve terms through May 2021. Stacey Adams, Access, Brian Chance, E&Y, Keiko Harris, Texas Instruments, Sho Kashiwabara, Mizuho Bank, Dice Nakamura, Bank of America. Next, these directors will serve terms through May 2022. Don Casey, American Airlines, Christine Jha, Oryx Corporation, USA, Takeshi Kojima, 7-Eleven, Inc., Kyoko Vivas, Japan Airlines, Julia Wada, Toyota. Lastly, these are our regular and honorary directors. These are either by appointment or based on past board positions. The new Honorary Council of Japan in Dallas will also serve on the board in this role. Myself as the immediate past Vice President, NEC Corporation of America. Immediate past Japanese First Vice President, Takashi Kubota of NEC Corporation of America. Masahiro Sakura Uchi, Jethro Houston. Hideo Fukushima, Consul General of Japan in Houston. I would like to thank outgoing board members for their years of service and dedication to the society. Thank you, Megan Ladrier of Baker Botts and Jeff Smith of Oryx. Thank you as well, Koki Harada of Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation, who recently returned to Japan on a new assignment. Earlier this year, we also had some retirements from board positions. Thank you, Bob Kantner of Jones Day, Mike Skelton of the Richardson Economic Development Partnership, and John Stick, former Honorary Consul of Japan in Dallas. If there are no other remarks, I would like to formally welcome the new board of directors, which will go into effect on June 1st. I hereby adjourn the business portion of the annual meeting. I'd like to now turn it over to Paul Pass, who will begin the Daruma ceremony.
Oh, thank you so much, Jackson. Just closer to the mic. Great, thank you. So for many years, we have had a tradition of holding a Daruma ceremony at the annual meeting when we transition to a new presidency. Daruma is the Japanese name for the Bodhidharma, a Buddhist monk who was the legendary founder of Zen Buddhism. According to popular legend, he sat in meditation for 9 years without moving. In Japan, Daruma became a popular folk figure, best known in the form of a small doll. These dolls symbolize perseverance and good luck. Tradition is that when someone sets to achieve a goal or a campaign, he or she fills in the doll's left eye. When the goal is achieved, the person fills in the right eye. Therefore, a Daruma doll with both eyes filled in represents the completion of a goal. Jackson Chen has a Daruma with one eye painted in, which he marked in 2018 when he became the board president. So Jackson, I have a question for you. Do you believe that you have achieved success in your 2-year term? And if yes, then please now paint in the Daruma doll's other eye.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Okay. All right, thank you so much, Jackson.
Oh, yeah, two eyes.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so now we have Grant. So Grant will become our official new president on June 1st. And we have a brand new Daruma doll for you as you commence your 2-year term as president with a vision for the society's future. So Grant, if you could please now paint in the doll's left eye. And once we are all back in the office, we'll keep this on display. And we will bring it back in 2022 when you have achieved great things. Thank you again for taking on this challenge and opportunity. All right, thank you so much. And for those of you on the camera, it's a little reversed, so it might look like the right eye, but it actually is the left. Just how the Zoom screen is showing. Okay, thank you. So Jackson, as well, in appreciation for all your contributions to the JapanAmerica Society of Dallas-Fort Worth, we will have a gift for you later in this year when we can all gather in person. We would now like to open up the floor for any words from our current and incoming presidents. First, Jackson.
Thank you, Paul. Just want to say on a personal level, I wish to thank all the directors. Thank you, staff, and thank you to all the members, friends, and the community, which makes our society so successful in the past, the present, and the future. Truly, we could not do this without you. Grant, I want to wish you the best of luck. We have closely worked together these last 2 years, and I'm confident the society is in good hands under your leadership. These are challenging times, but there will also be many opportunities. And I will continue to support you and the society in the coming years. Again, thank you, everyone. It has been a great honor.
And now we'd like to give Grant an opportunity to say some remarks.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Minasan, konnichiwa. I'm both humbled and honored to accept this rewarding and challenging role of President of JapanAmerica Society of Dallas-Fort Worth. As we all know, we're in a very challenging time thanks to COVID-19, but frankly, I'm not worried, since we're in a very good shape both financially and from a strong member support standpoint. I know I'm supposed to introduce myself, but since we're celebrating our 50-year anniversary, I want to first recognize and honor some very important people who helped build a strong foundation for our organization through the years. You may or may not recognize some of these people, but they really helped build a solid JapanAmerica Society here in Dallas-Fort Worth for the last 50 years. There are people like Neil and Anna McFarland, founding member and past President Charles Briner, legendary Dr. Norm Newrider, Mr. and Mrs. Takamatsu, former owners of Royal Tokyo, Dr. Dick Thurston, formerly with Texas Instruments and Haynes and Boone, and of course, many of you know John Stitch and Hideto Nishitani, who's been great contributors to our organizations, along with longtime board members like Mark Berry and our past president of our organization, Jackson Chen, Elaine Browning, John Bowers, Don Casey, Sam Stijo, Curtis Harris, Judy Becker, and others. I also want to recognize and thank many, many current and past volunteers who volunteer their time for our events throughout the year. We want to thank them all, but a special shout out goes to Keiko Suzuki, David Ball, Robin and Kyoko Mellon, who are always there volunteering. Without all of your help, we would not be able to do many of our valuable programs for the community and for our organization. And most of all, we would not have thrived without the many, many years of loyal support from our longstanding corporate members, such as 7-Eleven, Haynes and Boone, American Airlines, Texas Instruments, NEC, Fujitsu, and Oryx, along with more recent strong supporters like Jones Day, Jackson Walker, Itoen, Texas Central, Access, and of course, Toyota. All of your dedication and support puts us in a very solid position, allowing us to continue our operation with full staff this year and many more years to come to support quality programs in arts and culture, education, business, and public policy, even though we are having to cancel or postpone our fundraising programs for an extended period of time. We are truly blessed. Thank you so much. Now, let me share a little bit about myself. I'm a strong believer in the mission of JapanAmerica Society of Dallas-Fort Worth to further mutual understanding and to promote meaningful engagements between Japanese and Americans, because that's what I personally experienced and practiced throughout my whole life. You see, I was born in Japan. I went through Japanese school system all the way through 4th grade when my family decided to immigrate permanently to the United States, San Diego, California. My mother had brothers and sister living in San Diego. That's how we ended up in California. My first English phrase I learned was, "Sorry, I cannot speak English." Luckily, I was young and I quickly learned English with help of some very nice American teachers, friends, and of course, good old American television. We didn't have YouTube or computer programs back then. At the same time, I slowly began losing my Japanese since I didn't continue studying the Japanese language. From then on, 2 key events shaped my life. First was in college. I decided to return to Japan for a year as an exchange student to restudy the language, as well as to get exposed to the beautiful Japanese culture, traditions, art, and of course, food that many of you know and love. Secondly, after starting my career at Tandy Radio Shack Corporation in Fort Worth, back when they were still the king of electronics, that's how I ended up in Fort Worth, Texas. After several years, I took advantage of my Japanese background and I was transferred to the company's office in Tokyo. There, I learned so much about the Japanese business culture, proper etiquette, protocol, as well as making a lot of new friends. I was there for 6 years, learned so much, enjoyed it so much about not only the people, the business, but the Japanese electronic industry, which was at the time king of the world. These days, I no longer do business with Japanese companies, but I still love Japan. I go back there as often as I can. I still have a lot of friends and relatives. And I also love living in North Texas. I'm very proud to be part of the JapanAmerica Society of Dallas-Fort Worth organization, and I promise to do my best to continue the legacy of JapanAmerica Society, to promote friendship and understanding between Japanese and Americans. We plan to collaborate very closely with outstanding organizations such as Dallas Japanese Association, Fort Worth Japanese Society, Crow Museum, UTD, SMU, U.S. Japan Council, and several others to continue to deliver interesting programs for our community and for our members. Finally, I want to congratulate my fellow board members, and I look forward to serving alongside each of you for the next 2 years, together with the outstanding JapanAmerica Society Dallas-Fort Worth staff, led by Paul Pass. We will overcome the challenge from coronavirus, and I truly believe we will help North Texas to continue to grow and more business and collaboration between Japanese Americans for the next 50 years. 皆さん、今後もぜひよろしくお願いします。In closing, at our annual meeting, we normally have food and some beverages. Since we can't get together this year in person, I'd like to do a virtual toast. If you have a beverage nearby, please raise your glass, like me. Oop. And kanpai.
Kanpai.
どうもありがとうございます。
So I think we'll leave it as a guess as to what is in everyone's cup. So thank you again so much, Jackson and Grant. We thank you for your service and for everything that you do for the organization and that you will continue to do as well. You have also helped the organization grow considerably in the last 2 years. And I would like to express my personal gratitude on, express my gratitude on a personal level in working with you since I joined the staff as executive director last January. Thank you, Grant, for sharing many people who have contributed to the first 50 years of the JapanAmerica Society of Dallas-Fort Worth. And as a reminder, everyone can go to the news section on our website to learn about the Society's history. I also shared this link in the chat box just a few moments ago. Before we end, I want to share some announcements for upcoming events. I invite everyone to join us for our next program on how technology companies in Japan and the US are responding to the COVID-19 crisis. It will take place via Zoom on Thursday, June 4th at 5 p.m. Dallas time. You will hear from representatives from 2 American companies, Cisco and Synchronos, operating in Japan, and 2 Japanese companies, Fujitsu and Hitachi Vantara, with a presence in the US. Incoming board president, Grant Ogata, who you just heard from, will serve as the moderator. We will also have a discussion on gaming, online entertainment, and the Cool Japan initiative in the era of COVID-19 on Wednesday, June 10th at, again, 5 p.m. Dallas time. Check our website for regular updates as we schedule more programs throughout the summer. We're also currently working on a virtual sake event, ikebana classes, and a sushi making demonstration, among other programs. We also mentioned earlier that our Otsukimi event will be online this year. Before I close, I would like to remind you that every contribution is appreciated at this time and goes directly into our funds to support programs connecting Japanese and Americans in North Texas. And again, if you look in the chat box, you can see where to go for that link. Thank you to everyone who attended this evening. As a reminder, we will have a recording of this annual meeting on our YouTube channel and our website very soon. We will also send a link to everyone who attended tonight. This concludes our 50th annual meeting. Thank you again and have a wonderful rest of your night.